After being starved from the Mayhem festival for over a week and a half, we were ready to get back and see our friends rage it. Hotel rooms get boring, and so do long drives. We left the War Tour in Milwaukee and headed 2 hours south to Tinley Park, Illinois. I asked Dano how he thinks all these tour buses get gas, if they go to some special station or something like that. My question was answered when we rolled into the first truck stop and saw about 35 tour buses getting fueled up, and went in to see about taking some truck stop showers, as well as some Arby's. The truck stop shower idea was scratched when the lady told me it was $10 a person for a shower. I can get a hotel room for that price, so fuck you, we'll go another day without showers. Over at Arby's, some French band was starting some high school shit with the person working behind the counter. It was literally like going to the fast food place by the local high school, where all the kids are stoked to be in mom's car and do everything they can to make the workers' night miserable. Like an oasis in the middle of a desert, we hear mythificking Athiarchists. Thinking we didn't know anyone actually on the War Tour, this one took us by surprise, as did it to the cooler-than-life Frenchy frog fucker kids in there, thinking we were just some loser band, sitting quietly in the corner. It was our friend that manages MDC, and is tour managing the casualties for this tour. We talked for a few minutes about why either one of us was standing in that Wisconsin truck stop, seeing as we both lived thousands of miles away, parted ways and headed for Tinley Park. The drive was way shorter than I thought it was going to be. We arrived at the front door at 2 a.m. I decided to set my alarm. Alright, so my blogging is off a little, just realized I covered this shit already. Oh well, the truck stop shit wasn't in there, and that's what blogging is all about, right? No rules, just right. So yeah, set the alarm for every hour. Woke up, tour buses are lost. Dano rolls up on John's scooter. Yeah. Seeing all our friends once again was fucking great. As soon as we walk in the gate, we see people wearing our shirts, raising their horns up saying, "I thought you went home." We return with, "Fuck no, we didn't go home, our motor blew up," and fill them in on the story. We tore shit up for our first legal legitimate Mayhem parking lot show. In fact, I, as well as Dano, almost died. It was humid as fuck, hot as fuck, and we had just gone longer than we ever have gone without playing a show. After a week and a half, we were fucking out of shape. Finishing that set was the most satisfying feeling in the world. We parked and went in to watch the rest of the show. We still did not have passes yet, so we just walked right in anyway, just like we did every other day. We sat up in production and played free video games for a while, trying to cool down, then went out and raged it all day long to the bands. Again, it felt so damn good to be back. This is where a seed was planted in our head by Jamie about playing Ozfest, which is still a seed in our minds. Hopefully we can pull it off. We would be stoked to rage another festival after Mayhem is done. Hopefully the U-Haul holds up. 3 Gun from Hattebeat is sitting there after their set with a barbecue, with no top grill to it. He says they left it behind at the last show. I say, hey, wait a minute, I have a piece of expanded steel that we're not using on the generator, that will work perfectly. I jump the fence to get into the U-Haul, grab this piece of steel, jump back over the fence, take it to 3 Gun, and he responds with, "That is the most punk rock thing I have ever seen in my life. It might be punk rock, but it will make the burgers for you. Spray a little WD-40 on there and everything will be all good." It actually worked pretty well after putting some aluminum foil on it. At this point we found a break in the fence right behind Hatebreed's bus. Soul was hitting us up to come back and rage it. We were a little reluctant at first, because we don't want to piss off production on the first day we have permission, but when bands you grew up listening to are begging you to play, you fucking play. It doesn't matter if you have permission or not. So after the forklift moved, we pulled in the broken part of the fence and closed it back up. Everyone was getting hammered drunk just like every other night, and we were ready to rage, so right when Korn finished up, we opened the door and started raging it. By the end of the set, during Rain and Blood, everyone was trying to knock the fence over. Come to find out later from Mario, Liquid Metal, that the fence kept hitting a portable bathroom and had someone in it. Haha. After the fence was stopped from being knocked over, some dude was actually in the portable bathroom taking a shit, comes out with one of those perplexed looks on his face like someone was just trying to knock over the shitter while he was in there. This did not get captured on video, but is funny as fuck, nonetheless. I tell Dano and Wasis to party until bus call, then wake me up when everyone leaves. Dano wakes me up around 2:30, him and Wasis hop in the back to pass out, and I take off. As I'm pulling out of the parking lot, I think I see Jamie running towards the van. Yep, that is Jamie running towards the van. Apparently he thought the buses left at 3, but they left at 2. So he asks me if he can get a ride, and I respond with some sort of Wayne's World we're not worthy response. Of course, get the fuck in, let's get you back to your bus. His bus was about 30 minutes ahead of us already in Indiana. So they stop at a Cracker Barrel off exit 3, we're there in 30 minutes and everything is back on track. The Athiarchists saved the day once again. Noblesville, Indiana was a fairly close drive, about 3 to 4 hours away, I mean 6 or 7, I don't know. We showed up sometime around 9 a.m., and it was pouring down rain. I passed out for a couple hours in an effort to try and get a little something called sleep, something that comes few and far between nowadays, but fuck sleep, you can sleep when you're dead.